What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ashili Sports TV. Transfer deadline, the happenings and those that have not actually go through is here. And Ashili Sports is your number one sporting news. And hey, with Liverpool 442 million spent in one transfer window. Hey, Alexander Isak, British record signing from Newcastle to Liverpool. And hey, Marc Guehi could have added there, but the deal has collapsed after medical done. Jadon Sancho has parted ways with Manchester United. Antonio also part ways with Manchester United. Tarique George also out of Chelsea as well. And Marc Guehi have called back. And with me is Eddy and Emma. If you just join us and you are new, hit the subscription button, like and share the video. Hey, yeah, Jack.
Yeah.
Transfer record, £130 million. Alexander Isak from Newcastle to Liverpool.
The relationship between Newcastle and Alexander Isak was completely broken. So I was expecting that on this day, like the deadline day, something will happen for him to move to Liverpool, because already the fans are furious with his attitude already, and he getting back into the squad will be a bit of a problem. So I think they've made the right decision right after them getting their striker to, was it Watermaid or something? They had to approve the Alexander Isak deal for him to move to Liverpool. Though it's not been confirmed from the Liverpool official page, but everything indicates that Alexander Isak is a Liverpool player as we speak now. So we wish you well.
Over 400 million pounds spent by Liverpool. Don't you think there's going to be a pressure on Arne Slot if he didn't win anything this season?
I don't think there's going to be pressure on him. Why am I saying that? In his first season, he was able to deliver Liverpool, I think. The trophy, they won the Premier League 2024-2025 season. So in his first season, he was able to do something well, show that he's capable of doing the job and the right man for the job. And also going forward, the league, sometimes it's complicated, sometimes it's very, very tough. So for him to probably get more trophies for Liverpool, he has to get a better squad. So, going for Vets, Frimpong, Ekiteke, and now Alexander Isak, and many more. So,
Kolo Muani from PSG to Tottenham. Ima?
Yeah, I think Kolo Muani has also signed for Spurs. And I think it's one of the great signings on this transfer deadline day, because looking at the Tottenham Spurs team, they don't have, a typical goal scorer. Fine, you can talk about Richarlison, you can talk about Dominic Solanke, but if you watch Kolo Muani very carefully, even in his days at Paris Saint-Germain, you can see that he has the potential. He just needs, the game time, and going into the World Cup year to maybe he will try and impress his coach for them to, add him to the man squad that will be going to the US, Canada, and where you go for next year. So I think, the Spurs have also made a good deal today by getting Kolo Muani. Let's not forget it's a loan deal with option to buy. So anything can happen. You can go back to Paris Saint-Germain at the end of the season, or even they can also retain him as their number 9. And yeah, I think Tottenham have also made a very good business signing Kolo Muani.
Eddy, Manchester United had 3 options in the goalkeeping area. The likes of Donnarumma, the likes of Martinez, and also Sene. But Donnarumma to Manchester City, yes. But then Martinez, he has to sign a new contract today. And Manchester United opt for Sene Lamens.
Sene Lamens, yeah.
Do you think he's a goalkeeper who can bench Onana and the other goalkeeper? Is it
Bayern?
All right, so now Onana is already on bench, and I think our new keeper to the other one. How's the name again?
Sene Lamens.
Yeah, the new keeper Sene Lamens. A very young guy, I think 23 also, with Manu bought him for I think 18.1. So he's going to bench all the all the other keepers. He's going to bench all the other keepers. Yeah. Because now we've been fighting for keepers for some seasons now. Our goalkeeping aspect is something of like a joke. So for him to come to a great personal terms with Manchester United, to come to Manchester United, I think we wish him all the best and probably see how he will be able to protect the goalkeeping aspect of Manchester United.
Okay, I'll come back to you with Manchester United. So just relax, 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 because I know you are a United fan. Donnarumma to Manchester City.
Yeah,
I thought
I
their
think
second goalkeeper was doing quite very well over there.
sorry, at Manchester City.
Yeah.
But Pep Guardiola also saw that he needs someone who's a bit experienced, who has played in the top flight leagues, and he's been the number one for I think Italian national team, and he also saw his performance for Paris Saint-Germain just ended season, leading them to win the trophy, the treble. Sorry, yeah. So I think Donnarumma wasn't going to stay in the post again for Paris Saint-Germain, so definitely was going to move out. And I think Manchester City didn't have competition from any other team to, sign Gianluigi Donnarumma. So I'm not surprised. I'm just surprised they waited till the deadline day for them to, get a signature. Maybe he would have made some changes if they had signed him earlier before the season started. But yeah, it's still not late. You've just played three matches in the season. So yeah, maybe after the international break, he'll be the number one for Manchester City. So yeah, let's see what happens with Donnarumma and Manchester City.
Yeah, Eddy, Manchester United cash out for Anthony. And then Jadon Sancho also got a loan out to Aston Villa. How happy are you with that deal since United was locked on without getting players out?
I'm not happy, Why? Why? Sometimes when things happen like that, it's also the careers of the players are also concerned. Sitting on bench, not getting the playing time and everything, frustration, everything setting in. So for them to probably get a club to sign them is a good deal. Talking of Anthony, last season he went to Red Betis and he was now over there, and to get a permanent deal, like a permanent deal for him is something good. We wish him all the best, and with the other players too. Now things are not.
We all know he was about to move to Liverpool. Even medicals were done. But then the deal has been collapsed.
Yeah, it's all boils down to them not getting the centre back from Brighton in the person of Igor. So after that deal fell through, they felt like now they have to keep their captain in the team, if not for anything till January before they can get a replacement for him. Then maybe they can offload him to Liverpool. It is rather unfortunate that after completing medicals and everything in London, the deal couldn't go through, despite them exchanging documents and everything. I felt like the deal was almost done, but some of these things they happen. We've seen some of these things happen in like so many transfer windows. Sometimes.
But if he was going to go to Liverpool, which one was he going to bench? Because the lack of John Van Dijk and also Kunate is still performing. The pair is still working.
Yeah, I think he's a left-footed player, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he would have played on the left, and maybe they will shift Van Dijk to the right side because Van Dijk is a right-footed player. That will not be a difficult decision to make because already we've not seen Konate perform to the best of his ability this season. He's been a bit shaky in the heart of defense, so it will be very simple for Arne Slot to make that change and bring in Marc Guehi and put. Mind you, they even have a contract issue with him, so it will not be much of a problem. They can bench Ibrahim Konate, then play Marc Guehi. It was rather unfortunate that the deal didn't go through.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll come back to Palace, and continue his season.
Eddy Ioane Wissa from Brentford to Newcastle. He has been crying for this deal to source. He always thought that's his ideal move for sure, and Brentford didn't want to release him, and finally it has happened. What do you make up of him going to Newcastle?
I think it's a good move for him. I think I think that was 2 days ago. He came to write on his Instagram story that he has been quiet for some time now and he can't hold it anymore. All this summer he was quiet. He has been looking for the move, and I think it all comes down to Mbomo leaving the club.
So Nicolas Jackson deal done for Bayern Munich, loan deal for Bayern Munich, which is around 16 points.
I don't know why they delayed on that deal because the player wasn't even willing to come back to Chelsea. So I don't know why Chelsea was still insisting of him getting back to the squad. Already you've made it known to him that you don't need him in the club. you've had Dilap and João Pedro. So definitely it is like an insult to him that he's going to Bayern Munich. Then all of a sudden, because of someone having a cramp or something, you call him back into the setup. Like he's just surplus to requirements, which is not right. I felt like the Chelsea didn't handle the situation very well. Even if the player wanted to play for the club, that is not the way to go about it. You can't just block someone's deal because of what happened. And I feel like they didn't treat Nicolas Jackson right. It's good that finally the deal has gone through and he's coming to play for Bayern Munich. Mind you, he's not going to start. He's going to be a backup to Harry Kane. So maybe after the season they'll try and sign him as a backup to Harry Kane. Harry Kane can't play all the matches, but I feel like the relationship between Nicolas Jackson and Chelsea is now completely broken. I don't think they will just come back again. Even if he is to come back to the club, maybe they'll sell him to another team.
Yeah. And Eddie, the Tarique George, the young stars have moved from Chelsea to Fulham. I understand the transfer fee was around 22.5 million plus heavy sell on clause. What do you make up of that?
Chelsea have a lot of young stars, and this transfer window to Chelsea is offloading players. Or despite getting some players on board, they're also offloading players. So for Tariq to sign for Fulham, I think is it a permanent deal or loan?
It's a permanent deal. It's a
A
permanent deal.
permanent deal. Yeah, then it's a good move for him because now
You
Fulham is
will get
also
playing time.
you get the playing time over there. Fulham, they are good, they are stubborn, So
Yeah, there are a lot of deals here that we didn't talk about. There's been a move for Ben Chilwell from Chelsea to Strasbourg, their sister club.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
Yeah, he signed for them. Eric Lamptey has also moved from Brighton and Hove Albion to Fiorentina as I'm talking to you right now. And yeah, I think there are a couple of deals that we might. Aymeric Laporte has also moved from Al Nassr to Athletic Club. He's back to Europe. Aymeric Laporte, who just signed for Al Nassr last season, is back to Europe. Mind you, Arsenal also made a late transfer of Piero Hincapié from Bayer Leverkusen to Arsenal, and
Yeah.
it's on a loan deal. So he's also in as the last Arsenal player in this transfer window. So far, so good. I think these are some of the deals that Kai Gundogan too is moving to. I think Turkish transfer window is not closed yet. So so they can still process that. And Rasmus Højlund from Manchester United to Napoli. That deal too also went through. Victor Boniface also completed his slow move to Werder Bremen. After the saga with AC Milan. He has also settled Werder Bremen. Samuel Chukwueze is also back in the Premier League. Samuel Chukwueze has also signed for Fulham. And I think these are some of the deals that we can talk about right now. I think there's one player, Kevin, who's also from Shakhtar Donetsk, who is also coming to the Fulham setup. So 40 million plus some add-ons. It's on a permanent transfer as well. And I think so far these are some of the major signings that we didn't talk about. And we wish all the players very well in this season. We are just praying for injury-free season for them.
Yeah, as the season go on, we'll be watching them along and we'll be giving you more updates on their performance as well, because this is what we are and what we give you. And hey, whatever you are, whatever you think, hey, this is what has happened today. The transfer news that we just give you is today. And that's why it's Jack. And for sure, if you just join us and you are new, remember to hit the subscription button. And then, hey, more videos to follow and turn on your notification bell so that when we come live or upload new updates, you'll be the first person to hear. See you in the next video. Ciao.